Okay, we need to know about the lithium ion electrochemical cell or lithium ion battery, and these are the kind of batteries that or electrochemical cells that mobile phones and laptops use, and also increasingly electric cars use. Um, they've only been around for about 20 years, and they were exceptional uh, in that they're very low mass for the amount of energy that they can store, and they can also be recharged many times without any loss of um, storage capacity. Okay, so let's see what they're made of. Well, we have one electrode here, which is lithium metal, and that, okay, lithium will react with water, very violently, pretty violently anyway. And so the solvent that this lithium ion battery uses is not water, it's an organic polar solvent. Various different polar solvents are used. It's got to dissolve ions, but so it must be polar, but it mustn't be water. The other electrode is where the clever part of it is this sandwich material. Okay, and there are various different sandwich materials. There are, the one I'm going to talk about is cobalt. It's got a cobalt oxide there, but I think manganese oxides are also used. Okay, now I think we'll just have a we'll have a look at the electrochemical cell. We'll have a look at what the sandwich material is made out of. Let's look at the reactions first. Okay, which is our most positive electrode is the top one. Here's the sandwich one. So that's going to be best at taking in electrons. So when you use the battery cell reaction, you add an electron to the sandwich material and you form the negatively charged ion. And this is very negative. This is a really negative. So this one's going to go backwards. Lithium is going to lose an electron, form lithium ions. So lithium ions are going to be released into the polar solvent here. Just draw a few little lithium ions there. Okay, there's the lithium ions. Right, so that's the cell reaction. Let's have a closer look at the sandwich material. It's made of microscopically. If you look at it, that green, you have these layers, and the green is representing the cobalt oxide there, CO2, and there's little gaps in between the layers. And what happens when when this reaction goes forwards, it gains an electron, so this turns into CO2, becomes negatively charged, and when that happens, lithium ions, so here's some lithium ions, that's Li plus there, they move in to the gaps between the layers. So when the battery is discharged, when it's fully charged, it will be like this with no lithium ions in there at all. And once it starts being used up, you'll get lithium ions moving in there as this become negatively charged. Okay, so there's a load of lithium ions in there. That's why it's called the sandwich material, because you get layers with gaps for the lithium ions to move into. Now, sometimes this equation here, and if you see in some exam papers, it's actually written a little bit differently than that. They write down Li plus CO02 plus an electron goes to LiCO. Yeah, they write it like that. So this is just, I could put the little charges in there to remind us. So that's a lithium plus ion, and that's a negatively charged, that species is negatively charged in the sandwich material. So sometimes it is written like I've written in blue there. The same version above, but I just haven't got the lithium ions in there. So that's what happens when you discharge it, when you use it. Like I've got a load in there, so this is your mobile phone or whatever. And which way the electrons are going to go? Well, you can see the electrons, this one's going backwards, so the electrons are leaving the lithium electrode. So the electrons are going to go this way around. So this is the negative electrode, and this is the positive electrode. The electrons are going to go that way around. Now, when you recharge the battery, of course, you replace you replace the load with a voltage. You make that one negative and that one positive, and you push the electrons away the way that they don't want to go. They're all going to go the blue direction now instead. They're going to be sucked out of the sandwich material, pumped into the lithium, so it will rebuild up the lithium metal. And of course, when you recharge it, all these little lithium ions here, they're all going to start they're going to come out of the sandwich material, and they'll migrate across, presumably, okay, to because they're all positively charged, so they'll migrate towards the negative lithium electrode. When they get there, of course, they'll pick up an electron and they'll become lithium metal again. So that is how the lithium ion battery works.